Welcome to the Porsche Club Insider, your one stop for all things Porsche and PCA. Here's your host, Vu Nguyen, and the Insider crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 202. We're at the PCA's national office. At the table, our usual cast of characters. We have Manny and Damon here. We have Melanie, who's been at the table before, our national events manager. So welcome, Melanie. And to the table that's new from the Chicago region, but also Porsche Parade Chair, Jack Stephensen. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much, Vu. It's an honor to be here amongst all of you.
I know you're saying that with a little laughter underneath, because we were just together like 48 hours ago
Exactly.
at one of our national staff meetings. But today is going to be cool, talking about an event that is what I often say is our national crown jewel. But before we get into that, of course, I want to thank our presenting sponsor, Pirelli. Pirelli tires have to achieve the highest levels of performance, safety, noiselessness, and grip on the road surface. Innovative tires that can satisfy even the most specific mobility needs of the end consumer. And I want to thank you all for listening. If you aren't currently a PCA member and own a Porsche, what are you waiting for? Grab that VIN, head over to PCA.org, and make yourself a member. And for those of you that don't own a Porsche just yet, check out our test drive program. Again, PCA.org, where we'll unlock resources and help you find that special Porsche for your driveway or garage. Manny, in 1955, I know the first Porsche parade was 1956, but do you know when they thought it might be a good idea to kind of pull people together, what they were calling the Porsche parade in 1955?
I remember hearing from R.J. Wilmot, our previous historian. It was called Symposium of something. It was like the most convoluted name.
It's so Washington, D.C., and that's where the very first Porsche parade outside of D.C., actually, it was in Gaithersburg, Maryland. But it was the National PCA Symposium and Rally.
Wow, that flows right off the tongue.
That would have fit perfect in a name tag, Jack, I think.
Catchy.
Yes. Jack Stephensen, the national chair of the PCA Symposium and Rally. But yeah, so since 1956, we've only missed 1 year, and that was unfortunately due to COVID. And where it all started in Gaithersburg, Maryland, I think there's still a hotel not the same hotel, but a hotel in that same property. And listen to this, for $13, you could have your car officially entered in to the Porsche parade.
Oh, talk about inflation.
Isn't Jack going to have retro prices this year?
Retro pricing. For our 70th Porsche parade, we will have retro pricing.
Right now, Richard Strahood, our treasurer, just
choked
on his coffee.
Right. Fell over. Well, we have a 3 in the number, so.
Yeah,
Yes.
Exactly. But before we get into parade, let's talk a little bit. We've met Melanie before, so let's talk a little bit about Jack. How long have you been a PCA member, and how did you get to this illustrious role of yours?
Oh, I've been a member since 1994 when I bought my 87 Targa, and got in it to rally and didn't realize that rallying was a big deal in the Porsche Club. So it worked out really well for me. And got involved with parade when it came to Chicago. The first time National came, I was the president of Chicago region at the time, back in 2008 and 2009, and they came and said, hey, we're going to do a parade there. So I ended up putting on the corral way back when, and kind of got involved with the parade staff at that time, did the corral for a couple of years, then became the national rally chair. Did that for 6 years with Rick Larson. And then I met this guy by the name of Ron Gordon. And
you were voluntold.
Little bourbon might have had something to do with it. But
persuasion.
Ron asked me to take over for him and became the parade chair at that point. 3.5 years ago now? This will be my 4th parade.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for taking all of your roles in addition to the roles that you have currently, because that's how our organization works. We have so many events, and the feel and the flavor of all these events are from our volunteers. Manny, you get this question all the time. What's Porsche Parade? How do you explain that to someone that's listening and has no idea what a Porsche
Once
Parade
again, and our events have names that really don't say what it is. It does have a parade in it, but other than that, it really doesn't explain what parade is. So I just say it's our national convention. But then I had to pause and say national convention with all these cars. Because when people recommend locations, they'll follow up with, I had a conference, Apple conference, IBM conference, whatever, with 3,000 people at such and such place. And I have to follow up with but did you bring your cars? Did you have to wash your cars? Did you go on rallies with your cars? Did you have banquets with all the people and blah, blah, blah? And suddenly it's not anything like a conference. So it's pretty unique, I think, and that kind of limits really the places we can go, because a lot of places think they can handle us, but they can't. But
yeah.
It's so hard to explain to someone that you will have fun for a whole week of Porsche stuff.
Right.
It's a car family that has seventh cousins family reunion, and they're competitive.
That's pretty good. The way that I always look at it, and I know the recipe for a successful Porsche Parade has really evolved in the last 20 years. When you have a group of 200 people and 200 cars, there's probably a good number of places that you can go and make it work. But now when you're talking 800 to 1,000 Porsches, not just cars, Porsches that have to have safe, good parking, you have to have an autocross area, you have to have good roads, you have to have car wash stations, as Manny said, you have to have good dining venues, you have to have decent accommodations. It's a very, very complex recipe. Oh, and by the way, maybe some place like Las Vegas could accommodate all the things that I've just talked about. But the problem is you wouldn't feel special in Las Vegas, right? Like you would just be gobbled up as an event. So we want to go somewhere that makes us feel special. And one of the examples that I love to use is when we went to French Lick, Indiana. In fact, we went back probably the quickest out of all the venues back to French Lick because it was so special, because the whole town knew that we were coming. And while we were there, we felt like we were the main business of that whole town. Like the people at the gas station were excited and knew that we were coming. And when we were there on a site visit, they said, oh yeah, you're the group where we know, like on this date, we're supposed to have extra super unleaded. We hear your cars use a lot of super unleaded. And that's what you're tasked with, is to, with this ultra complex recipe, where are you going to suggest that we go? And I know our northern members would love to have Parade back in Canada as much as we would love to as well. But the logistics of that is very difficult, right? So, yeah. Thank you for taking that role and responsibility.
And one of the reasons why we went to Lake Placid this year is because it's close to Canada, and to give our friends from across the border a chance to come down someplace that's easy to get to, that they're all used to. So
yeah,
we're looking forward to our Canadian friends coming this year. Absolutely.
Yeah, and people only think about the member side of it, right? Like, okay, why wouldn't you have it in, say, Canada? It's easy for members to go back and forth. But we have a lot of businesses that participate in Parade, and it would be very difficult for them to cross back and forth. Not impossible. And I'm sure you're still looking at venues, or trying in the future looking at how we could do so. But yeah, there's just so many pieces. And the only person other than you at this table that has been a Parade chair before is Mr. Manny Alt.
No, just 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's back when we had parade chairs for every parade, not a national parade chair.
Mm-hmm.
I only had to, my saving grace was I knew there was nothing else on the horizon. I was asking Jack today how many parades he's out forward looking at right now? What did you tell me, Jack?
We're out looking at 2028 and 2029 right at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Than I mean, Hershey, and when Bob and I did Hershey, my co-chair, it was a lot of work, but I cannot imagine, juggling all these other parades ahead of time. It's just, wow.
Yeah.
And
My
it's,
hat off to you.
it's funny, the thing with going to Canada, and we've certainly tried to do that and would like to go up, but there's PCA,
Right.
Porsche Cars North America, isn't Canada.
Right.
There's a
PCL.
PCL.
Is it PCL?
And
Yeah. Porsche Cars Canada Limited, I think.
unfortunately, PCA is a big sponsor
Yeah.
for parade.
There's a lot of small stuff that people don't realize.
Exactly.
I always say parade is don't judge a book by its cover, because of course people never go. Will say, "Well, I'll go if you do it someplace like Monterey or someplace that I can relax. That's cool." And there's only so many of those places you can do. French Lick is a perfect example. French Lick, I did not think there was going to be anything good to do there to see, and turned out it was one of the best parades ever.
Absolutely.
Right? It's I can think of all these other parades we've gone to that we said, what in the world are we going to do here for a week? And it turned out that either the people were great, the hotel, the activities that were planned, that you were like, who knew this was going to be so much fun?
But here's the thing. It really doesn't matter where we go. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
Like that we can guarantee. You will have a good time no matter where parade, as long as I've been around. Every parade I've been to, it's just fun. You're around over 1,000 to 2,000 people that like the same thing that you do. Could be cars, could be the food, could be just hanging out. It's hard not to have a good time. And if you are, especially for this year or in the next couple of years, if you have a parade that's within driving distance, let's say 8 hours, just go. Like, just go, because it's not. You try to bounce around like east, west, middle of the country. And so it might be a cycle of 3 years or more that there won't be one near you. So just go. And it's so much fun. There's something for everybody. And then for those of you where you might be the main car person in your family, like, don't be intimidated to think you can't take your family with you, because there's so many other things for we have a complete kids program. So if you have young kids, we have the PCA Juniors program. The significant others don't have to do the car stuff. We go to nice hotels, we go to nice venues. Like, they could go golfing, they could go play tennis or pickleball, they could go relax, they could do some of the cooking classes, wine tasting, beer tasting. Oh, and by the way, take advantage of some of the car stuff too. So there's something for everybody.
Definitely.
And parade is a participatory event. It's not a come and let's watch everybody else. We want people to come to parade and be involved in parade. Autocross, rally, concours, tours. It's about being active.
Beer tasting.
It's about being active with your car.
And you have to have zero experience in any of those. Zero experience, because we will hold your hand. We have instructors. We have ambassadors in each of those areas that will show you how to have a good time. So if you say, I've never rallied before, or I've never autocrossed before, don't worry. You don't need to.
You never rallied? We'll pair you with Cindy Jacobson. She's great for beginners.
Wait a minute. She beat us last year.
My fear has always been to rally with Cindy. Cindy used to be our executive vice president, but she seems to take rallying so seriously that's
why she's good at it.
She would make me cry if I was in a car with her.
That's why she. We'll get into the individual
region, baby.
Because I bet you a lot of our listeners, when you say rally, they don't really understand what rallying is. I didn't know.
You think? When I first joined the club, I was thinking the rallying we see on television,
WRC
where,
or something.
exactly. You're going four wheels off in the dirt and everything.
Not that rally.
No.
Yeah.
I wish it was, but no.
Yeah. All right. So, like I said, if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, just go, just do it. It is 7 days of everything Porsche, right?
Absolutely.
And, something for everyone. You can do as much or as little. You can make it as relaxing or as active you want. One of the phenomenons of Porsche Parade, and I've been to other Porsche events, as you said, encouraging people to be active. And I think this is where people find lifelong friendships and will come back to parade because of these events. Is because let's say we have 1,000 families coming to parade. I would venture to say, correct me if I'm wrong, 70% of those families will also volunteer to be in parade to help run something, shag cones, be in the parade store or something. And that's a cool experience.
We've had people, they come to parade just to volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the first time we went to parade, we have to volunteer for something. And it turned out to be one of the best experiences because you got to meet people from across the country.
Yep.
And everybody's super friendly at parade, and you're looking at their cars and getting to know who they are. And it's turned out after all these years that really parade is a family reunion.
It is.
You meet people one year because you're on a tour with them or autocrossed or rallied with them, and you get to meet them at a banquet,
And you pick up almost like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
You haven't seen them for a whole year, and then you're just picked
and you're
up like
back
that.
at it. It's just one of the best things about parade is the people you meet from across the country.
And
One of my best memories is at Michigan Parade, Traverse City. A couple stopped me in the lobby, like on a Thursday of parade, and they're like, "We just wanted to let you know that we signed up only through Wednesday." And we had it's our first parade, but we were having such a good time. When we got home, I looked at my husband and I said, I want to go back. And he laughed. He goes, I kind of want to also.
like that same parade?
That same parade. So she goes, we
Wow.
called up the registrar and said, could we come back and do the rest of the events? And the registrar said, sure, just come in and we'll get you set up. And then we called the hotel and we said, can we get the rooms from Thursday through Saturday? And they said, yeah, we got room. So he goes, here we are. We drove all the way home, 6 hours, and then turned around, came back because he said we had such a good time.
Yeah. And again, don't be intimidated. I think a lot of times when I speak to people about parade, they feel like it's only those that are in the know, those that are super, super duper into Porsches, or they're like, the people feel like they won't be able to hold a conversation because they're not in deep enough with Porsche. And I'm like, no. Mm-mm. In fact, we love seeing newbies because, the newbies we understand. We understand like this affliction that you have, why you love your car and all this stuff. And you will certainly feel at home from the minute you walk through the doors.
We were all there at one point.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing. Is you might come into it thinking let's say you came in with the 911. Like I certainly didn't. My dad loved 914s, but I didn't get it. I didn't really know much about 350s. I was very fixated on the 911. But coming to parades, meeting other people and you learn to appreciate the other cars. You learn to appreciate the different events. And at the end of the day, it just makes your ownership experience of the car that you have even better. And it will probably encourage you to grow the number of Porsches that are in your fleet.
Are you driving the parade or are you flying up?
That's a good question for those that are considering. Do you drive and do you not drive? For us, it's a little bit different because when we get there, we're working like the people at this table, we're working 100% of the time. Would I love to bring my car? The answer is yes. I've talked about it, and then my wife looked at me like I had two heads. She's like, what are you going to do? You're going to drive up there, park it, and then you're going to work the whole time and not see your car. I'm like, well, I wasn't going to drive it. I was going to trailer it. She's like, you're going to trailer it? So you're going to take 2 cars in a trailer. Is there a lot of parking up there? And I'm like, oh, well, I'll find parking. So the answer to your question is I hope to trailer the 356.
Well, I should say I'm going to drive, and I just put some really big tires underneath that Cayman, and I will be autocrossing, so I hope to see you all out there.
We're taking the Macan up.
You're taking the Macan up?
Nice.
So I could either trailer 356, bring that rig up, or just take the Cayenne and then do everything in the Cayenne. Having a car at the event certainly is fun, especially if you're an attendee and you can do all of that stuff. I will also say, though, for those of you that are maybe not within an easy drive, don't hesitate to come to parade via air. There's so many times when the staff here, we go, obviously we're not going to drive to those that takes 2 days to get there, right?
Except for Damon.
Except for Damon. Mm-hmm. But there's still so much to
8
do.
8 hours.
Still so much to do, and you can have a lot of fun at parade even without a car. And what I do when I don't have a car, I actually, on tours and stuff, I try to find there's someone there that either has a 4-door or someone that has an empty passenger seat, that you can still do a lot of the stuff without having a car there. So something to consider.
And if you fly in and rent a car, you can still do the gimmick rally. You can still do the tours. You can't do some of the competitive events.
Yeah, but still plenty to do.
Yep.
But there's still plenty to do in just to enjoy the week.
Yep.
In a beautiful area of the country.
Oh, absolutely.
So we've been to Lake Placid before. I think, what year was that?
94.
94. And how much of that was part of the consideration of doing sort of a remix of that? And has the area grown? What's changed? What goes into the decision of going into a parade location now?
Well, the knowing that it was in 94 and everybody talked very highly about it, and having been in the area, it's a beautiful area with the mountains and all. And when we started to look at it, not a whole lot's changed within the town itself. What was the question?
The main street is gorgeous.
Yeah.
When you're looking at the Olympic Center and Lake Placid, the Olympic Center, the Oval, the main street is just spectacular. The mountains in the background.
In the history of the area with the Olympics,
Yeah, I think Damon has some photos.
For those of you that will be driving to Lake Placid, your drive to the city is that in itself. You'll be like, oh my gosh. And I'm like,
Spectacular.
you're in God's country. Like, it's beautiful. I will say cell towers apparently are not plentiful in Lake Placid because...
Jack said nothing's changed. I don't think they had cell towers in 94.
We all need to turn off a little bit more.
you will disconnect at times while you drive to Lake Placid. And I haven't had that happen for a while. We went there for a site visit. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't have...
Well, after the Verizon outage yesterday, you would have thought the end of the world was coming.
That's why I have AT&T.
I was like trying to have conference calls, and I kept dropping off. I'm like, oh, this is bad. I'm like, I haven't had that experience in so long. We're such city folks now.
Lake Placid is the home to the 1932 and 1980 Olympics, so it's one of only a handful of spots that have two Olympics. And obviously the 1980 for sports lovers. There's one person at this table that doesn't understand sports, but Vugwin. Anyway,
Calling me out.
the 1930.
What was that famous thing called that happened in 1980 at Lake Placid?
Oh God, I have no clue. Something happened.
You know the sport at least.
There is a hint on screen right now.
There's a hockey rink.
Yes.
It's called...
Remember, we were at the height of the Cold War against the Russians. The Russians had they had all
There's a
these,
movie about it.
a young ragtag team of college kids went against the elite of Russia.
So apparently, I need to watch a movie before I go to parade this year.
But this is a true story.
Yes.
It happened. And we'll be having banquets.
Remember Al Michaels?
On this.
Do you believe in miracles?
I've heard of that before, but I
The
don't know.
Miracle on Ice.
The Miracle on Ice.
Yeah, it happened here.
So that's what we're gonna have, the Miracle of Parade on the Miracle of Ice.
Banquets will be on that actual
Ice.
ice rink.
Okay.
Oh, it's amazing.
It'll be called a miracle of parking for parade.
You know, one thing that
Cut that out, Damon.
I will leave it in for comic relief. So I envision that Lake Placid is beautiful, obviously, during the winter months and skiing and hiking. And what's going to be nice for us is I think we pretty much take over the town. I think that they call it the city, but I think it's a town. To me, it's a town.
It's a town.
It's
Main
a town.
Street. We have 10 hotels, but they're all pretty much, they're all within walking distance. And we're going to be embedded with the community. The community is very excited to have us. And
I think most of the hotels, everybody has some sort of view of the lake or the lake.
Yes. Mirror Lake is actually
Mirror
the lake that we're on. Lake Placid Lake, which was actually not the alligator film, by the way. Found that out.
Thank you for clearing that up.
That's Florida.
I was wondering.
A prehistoric alligator, that was not a true story.
It was actually filmed in British Columbia, which makes no sense.
Focus.
But yes, but you can walk to everything, and everyone has a great view of the lake. All the hotels are right there. It's going to be, not only are we a family having this reunion, but we're embedded with the community. Everything is right there in the Olympic Center for the most part, except for autocross, which is at the Plattsburgh Airport in this great parking lot, and tour departures, and obviously departures for the rallies.
So what we'll want to, for those that are not familiar with parades, we actually, as Manny and Jack mentioned and Melanie mentioned, like we go in there years in advance and we've locked in. The other day I signed contracts for a parade and there was a lot of them. And so we've booked and blocked.
What ready for?
No, nice try. Nice try. So we've blocked out, 10 hotels?
10 hotels.
And so when you register, we'll talk about this in a bit, it'll unlock, you'll get the key to be able to register at those hotels. And I would say we've got the cream of the crop. We've got all the hotels within the city. It's where you want to be. When it's very cool. I remember my first Porsche parade was in, it's not Seattle. Where was it?
St. Charles?
No. Portland. My first one was in Portland. And it was really cool because every time you were in the common area of the hotel, it was everybody PCA. And so you're in the mix of it all the events, all the people, all the cars. So if you want to be within these hotels, and it's just, you will get access to that. Because a lot of people freak out. They're like, well, where am I going to stay? How am I going to get there? Reservations. There will be more specific instructions in a few weeks, I think.
Oh no, on the website, the instructions will probably be up within a day or two with the hotels. I have the links now
cool.
in hand.
Okay.
Well, not the links. I have the
By the time this comes out, it'll...
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. The accommodations, I have all the pictures and the descriptions. So there's a level of hotel for everyone, whatever you need. So they'll be up by the time this comes out, in a day or two. So everything, you can pick and choose what you want.
And I'm guessing that we'd be directing people to PorscheParade.org.
Yep, PorscheParade.org. And then you do not book your hotel until after you register for phase 1.
Okay.
Do not go, because you will not get the PCA rate. You
Right.
don't want to jump the gun, because
Right.
you'll be paying more, and you probably won't even find anywhere that has any occupancy. So once you register for phase 1, which we'll talk about, is when you'll get the link to book your hotel.
And speaking of the hotels, one of the questions, because I think we've conditioned our regular parade goers, they always ask for, like, is there like a hotel, B hotel, C hotel, like where are the activities primarily going to be?
At the Olympic Center.
At the Olympic
So
Center.
the store...
it's not a hotel.
It's not a hotel, but all the hotels are within walking distance, and there's a trolley that runs back and forth. So there's access to get back and forth to the Olympic Center. Everything concourse is right on the oval.
Yeah.
That's right outside the Olympic Center. It's a great space, and I talked to PCNA the other day, and they have an amazing activation that's going to happen in the center.
Okay.
Amazing.
Our amazing bell.
We do have some changes this year for the people that have gone, where hospitality has technically been exhibitors and hospitality. This year it's a little bit separate.
Mm-hmm.
Our vendors, our great sponsors and exhibitors, are going to be a separate part, and they're going to be there on check-in day and Concours Day, and they're going to be in areas called Vendor Village. But they're going to be right with the people, direct access, full engagement. It's going to be great for our members and them.
Sunday and Monday at parade events.
Sunday and Monday. Now, there
Okay.
might be some that stick around,
yep.
and, stay for certain events. And then hospitality, which is in this great space, which I wish every parade venue had, is now called the Parade Plots, and it will be sponsored. It already has lounge seating, games. We'll have a sponsor in there. There'll probably be an entertainment person that's going to do like daily trivia.
You guys change the name of hospitality, the parade plots.
Because hospitality was joint between the two things. We need...
Jack, you know how many people are going to be walking around saying, where's
Where's
hospitality?
hospitality? Oh, you mean parade?
And that's how
plots.
you're going to be able to tell the newbies from the veterans.
right, yeah.
The newbies will know where the plots is. The veterans are going to be going, but
Where's
no, there's supposed to be hospitality.
What's going to be like Prince,
AKA.
formerly known as, or
You should publish it that way,
formerly known as. We're going to try to have some docents, some people that walk people around, some floor clings on the floor, directing people to to parade plots.
She's still getting used to it.
Vendor Village. I haven't brought this up to Charlotte yet, but I'd love to have like a store fashion show.
Oh, okay.
Through there one day, and then maybe as they leave, they direct people to where the store is.
Bogdan and Damon as your
yes,
They've done it before.
Love that.
They usually model our pictures anyhow.
Yeah, exactly.
Very true. Just don't ask me to do too much.
Yeah. Each
Won't
day
be
there's
pretty.
new merch, so each day that you come out, Boggs will love it.
I'm gonna say Bogdan would love this so much more than me. You should ask him to do like 75% of the modeling, and I'll do 25%.
Yes.
That would be about the right percentage.
Yes.
All right,
So
well,
great stuff.
Before we get into phase one, let me just recognize our corporate sponsor, Auto Atlanta. If you're chasing down Porsche parts, maybe you're storing a 944, 914, looking for trim parts. Either way, Auto Atlanta has you covered. They've been taking care of Porsche since 1978. Not only do they have parts, but they ship worldwide, no matter where you are in the world. If you can't find it, you'll find it at autoatlanta.com. They have a team of all-star specialists that can help you with complex mechanical repairs, full restorations, regular servicing, or even detailing your car. They also buy and sell pre-owned vehicles. So if you have a Porsche in a garage that needs a new home, give them a call. Or if you're looking for one, give them a call as well. They've got you covered. Rebuilding a classic or looking for a single clip to finish a project, Auto Atlanta has you covered. There's a 5% discount code. The letters PCA, the number 5, OFF. Again, that's autoatlanta.com. Porsche parts, Porsche people, Porsche passion since 1978. All right, so now that we know that we all want to go to the National PCA Symposium and Rally, aka Parade.
If we're changing names, we might as well change the name of the event.
I think we should make a retro shirt. Retro shirt with that.
Formerly known as.
Exactly.
Oh,
Let's
I
talk to
love
Charlotte.
this.
70 years.
Charlotte, yeah, 70 years. The 70th anniversary of the National PCA Symposium and Rally.
I love this.
Sounds so darn
And a
official.
symposium means a conference or meeting to discuss a particular subject.
It's accurate.
So,
It's more of a family reunion, and
family reunion
like-
sounds very
but
backyard.
with the seven, I was going to say the 7 cousins, and suddenly
Yeah.
I feel like
and bourbon. Like Amber Dorr says, we are a social club with a car problem.
True. But we also... Okay. All right. Now that we've convinced everyone that they need to go to Parade, there's an important date and there's an important first procedure that they need to follow up with, and that is phase 1 registration. So tell us a little bit about that.
So phase 1, last year we, from the ground up, somehow created, with the help of a developer, created a registration platform that's custom to us, and it worked very well. So with some feedback...
I'm knocking on wood. I'm knocking on the table on purpose for that one.
Yes. With some feedback, we made some tweaks this year. So it's a great site. It's even better this year. So Wednesday, January 28th at 12 noon, you will be able to get in.
Eastern time.
Eastern time. Good call. I always forget about
From
that.
PorscheParade.org, or do we go to PCA.org?
So on PorscheParade.org and most likely PCA.org, there'll be buttons to say register here. And then they go in and you'll see you have to put in your PCA credentials. And then once you do that, you'll see this. And I love some of the new graphics they put up. You'll see this revving car, and then you're there. Super easy. You're going to register your primary entrant, then your co-entrant, and just for the newbies, your entrant fee covers both your primary and your co-entrant.
Yeah.
So that covers both of you. You'll add some things. You'll see now that we ask for some dietary stuff on the primary entrant, so we don't have to ask, when you're on tour. So we get this up front. We have a cart now that's new. We didn't have that last year, up in the right-hand corner. And then it's going to ask you if you're bringing a co-entrant. And then, boom. And then you go to the next. And then you can register kids. Yeah, you didn't click the allergies.
The main thing to take away is phase one is pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
Very simple.
Very simple.
And there was a reason we split this from back in the day. Back in the day, you did everything on one day, and that was pretty stressful, even for the veteran parade goers. But now, once you're in parade after phase one, you got a little bit of time before phase two. So phase one, you're getting your info, like we're registering like any other event, and your big decision is the hotel, I guess.
No, your big decision is just registering. You just register, get in, and when you get the confirmation email,
Then you get
then
all
you
the-
pick your hotel and
And
you
how
have
soon
time.
do you get the confirmation email after you register?
Oh,
Once you've paid,
once you've paid,
Yeah.
within
you'll get email notifications.
probably
seconds.
less
With
a
the link.
minute,
Okay,
second.
so that's going to be your, like I said, your decision is what hotel you're going to stay at. And for someone who's not sure how long they want to come for, can they register if they say, well, I'll register for the whole week, but I might change my mind and only stay till Wednesday? Are they able to go back with the hotel and
Yes.
registration?
You can always edit your dates. What I would suggest is read the cancellation policies for the hotel and register for the max that you will want to stay, because it's going to be easier to take off days than to add days, because these hotels will sell out.
Right.
So I would overbook and not underbook.
But be mindful of the cancellation clause.
Yes,
Exactly.
be mindful of that.
Yeah.
And our cancellation is different than the hotels.
Correct. And they're
So
all,
don't read ours and think that means a hotel too.
yep, they're all on the website and on your confirmation email. So you'll see them in multiple places. There is one other new thing this year. If you have a child from 1 to 17, they will automatically be signed up for PCA juniors at parade.
Okay.
So you will see that. So you don't have to worry about missing it, which we had a lot of people, oh, I missed it. Can I get my kid in when they're at parade? And unfortunately, you know, the juniors program is so amazing, and they buy these great things for all the juniors. They have shirts and games and trivia and Legos, which I'm always jealous about. So now every kid is going to get this
They're gonna
great
get it.
goodie bag full of this stuff. So you'll see that this year. It's a win-win.
So for those of you that have never experienced a parade, or more importantly, a parade registration, the reason why we're kind of making this a big deal and explaining to you the phase one and phase two is because in the past, it was a lot more difficult to register, and there were a lot of decisions that you have to make before you could check out. And you know, I've been here when, you know, the load on the server would crash and all that kind of stuff. So, and the thing is, I've never been to any other event in any industry that has a more complex registration system. And I'll give you an example. You've got a family of 4. You want to come, right? The parents and the kids. We want to know what the parents want to eat. We want to know what the kids want to eat. We want to know what the parents want to do. We want to know what the kids want to do. We also cross-check to make sure that the parents aren't signing up for things that will conflict with each other. So if you signed up for a rally, but then you also did a cooking school, and then if you wanted to go to the
We have seen a lot
seminar.
of marriages.
Yeah, like there's so many options, and that's where phase 2 will come in. But just to get into the event, we made it simple, and phase 1 gets you into the event. Some people are also they take pride in the number, because we assign numbers with your parade registration, and some people like to try to get an early number. I have no idea why, because it makes no difference when you're going to an event if you're an early number versus a later number, but people like it because they want a 2-digit number or whatever on their car, because you'll get decals that you'll place on your car as you drive around during the week. But by splitting this up, we've taken a lot of stress out of doing so, and we've taken a lot of stress on the system. So you'll get in, and then you get keys to the hotel. Don't dilly-dally. If you know you're coming, and if you have an idea of which hotel that you want to go to, go ahead and call them right away and make your reservations. And as Melanie said, know the clauses, but book what you think the most will be that you'll need, because it's easier to contract that reservation as opposed to expand, because it will sell out.
Absolutely. And before phase 2, obviously the website's being updated and stuff is going up, and we're going to have the bulk of it up within next week. I have the tours now and everything. Once you register for phase 1, really start locking in what you want to do, so when you go into phase 2, you have a plan and you get those things locked in.
And can I say something? It's funny that I'm going to say this, but it's important to read.
Yes.
So we have everything listed there, but I can't tell you how many times the staff here gets calls of things that are literally right in front of you. Take the time to read, and don't decide to read on the day of. Read it a day before, even a week before. Phase 1, it's not as critical, but phase 2, what I would say is you should already know all of the questions are going to be asked, and you should know all of your answers. So when phase 2 opens, you're just going in to fill in the blank, and then that way you can check out, because
and have backups too.
And have backups.
Yes.
Because although parade itself won't sell out, there may be some events in phase 2 when you register, because there's only so many people can be on a tour, so many people that can be in a banquet, so many people can. So that's a little insider tip is to make those choices ahead of time.
And if you're coming with a partner, hopefully one of you is detail oriented.
Usually the wife.
Melanie, you and Robbie. Robbie's the one with details.
No.
So Robbie will
Not at
read
all.
the
Absolutely.
details.
He was a
to
Marine.
see-
No, doesn't read.
To see what each event is, what it is. That's something you would want to do or not. It's critical that it'll just make, like Boo said, it makes your life so much easier. And I compare it to like Disney. We went to Disney. My wife, she's the organized one. She went and did all this research, watching YouTube videos and this, that, and the other. So she knew exactly what we had to buy when we went to buy, the fast passes and all that. She had arranged all the dinners ahead of time. I just kind of showed up and said, where do we go next? And that made life so much easier. So with parade, can you wing it? Yeah, you probably could. Are you gonna miss some stuff? I would think so. So yeah, definitely rate it. And we have so many resources as far as there's webinars rather, that tell you about parade and about registration. There's Parade 101, which I think we have a video, and then there's 101 once you get there, right? There's it.
Yeah.
Still?
Yep.
Yep.
And the new video will be released soon with Chris Jacobs. And then
And I would also encourage you, more than likely someone in your region is coming to parade. Find out who they are. Like obviously people will come to me, come to Manny, and ask them the questions. They'll take you under their wing. And if you're driving, that's even better. I'm sure you could go and drive on your own, but if there's a group of you coming up,
Road trip.
More fun.
road trip, that's even more fun.
I was going to say, imagine Chicago has a big contingent that goes to parade
Yep.
every year.
But now the big thing about phase 1, and it seems a little complicated at first, but for phase 1, when you're signing up, when you go in at that point in time, just sign up yourself,
Yeah.
check out, and then the most important thing is to get that link to book your reservation. Then you can come back in. You can add your guests.
Your child.
You can
Yeah.
add your
guests.
children.
That's
You
a nice little tip.
You don't
Yeah.
even tell them in phase 1 how long you're going to be there, right?
No.
No.
Yeah. So you're
All
not-
you're doing is saying, I'm coming to parade. And then once you've got that link, you've paid your fee. The most important thing is to get that hotel reservation. Now, you're not dealing with the hotels at that point. You're dealing with a company that we use called Conference Direct. They handle all the bookings. It goes through them, which makes it really nice because if you do need to change something, they have staff that takes care of us. So you'll be contacting Conference Direct, talking to them to add rooms or to subtract rooms or to
And
help.
that's a great point, because that makes it so. I had to do it like several times, and it's so much nicer going to people who do this every year than to find the hotel owner, if it's a small hotel, to
Yep.
say, I want to switch the date.
And I get, emails from people saying, hey, can I do this? And I have a contact at Conference Direct, Mary.
She's great.
She's great. She takes care of it right away. So you're not actually, the hotels don't know that you have a reservation until I think we turn our lists over a month
A month before. Yep.
parade actually starts. So
That's a good point. So don't panic. If you call the hotel directly, they have no idea.
Yeah.
you're not going to get anything from the hotel.
Right.
Use the contact information that's in your confirmation email. It's Conference Direct. Use that, and they're great. They're responsive. Always use that. The
But the
hotels
rooms are
won't
already
know.
reserved.
The rooms
Yes.
are
The
The
reserved.
blocks are reserved.
And no matter what status you are, they're not going to release it to you. So I know
Nope.
people that have tried it. So just a retrospective, you can tell how advanced and how complicated and comprehensive Parade has become. But I remember even, when I first started with PCA, when you registered for Parade, you printed out like a 40-page packet, and you'd have to put in all of whatever you wanted, and then you mailed it in.
And it was postmarked.
And it was important that
Somebody had to read the handwriting.
yes, and someone had to read the handwriting, but someone also had to mark down the date that it was sent on the postmark, because if things were sold out, then they would line you up based on the postmark. Oh my gosh, it's
Don't
come
make
a
that
long way.
face. We may go back to that. Remember?
Yeah,
Nope.
it's come a long way. So what are other tips that you might have for those that are kind of on the fence, Manny, and
Phase one, like we said, I think it's very simple. Like Jack said, just get in there, register. Hotel is the most important thing you want to get. Absolutely. Can they look ahead of time to see what hotels they are?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're on there now.
They're all listed.
So you can go right now as you're listening to podcasts. You have time before registration opens. Go and pick with your preferable hotels that you want to do. The more you, as Boo says, dilly-dally, the quicker the hotels are going to sell out. So you may have choice 1, 2, 3, and 4. But they're all within that block. I mean,
Yep.
It's literally like a street block.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly.
I've never been there from what you guys have told me. And then you can go back and you have, 2 months before phase 2 opens?
Yeah.
Yep.
Middle
April
of,
15th.
we have a date set for it, although it's a tentative date because
So
You have
a little over 2
flexibility
months.
for
We're
the
making
IT.
tweaks. Yes, we're
Tweaks
making
and
tweaks
testing.
there as well.
But
just
you have
to
time
better
to
things.
You have
go
time.
back and look for phase 2, which is going to be much more involved as far as
And
there's
because we
hotels
have 10 hotels, I'm assuming that the pricing for each hotel varies, or is it?
It
no,
does.
it's varied.
It is varied. So that's good. So if you want a high-end experience, you can pick whatever is the high-end hotel, or if you want something that's more budget-friendly. I'm sure the range isn't that wide, but
I'm guessing the staff is going to stay at the budget-friendly one.
we're going to be in a bus, I think.
I've got my tent ready.
I wonder at J Peak Parade we had those what were they, the condos?
Yeah, those are awesome. My family still talks about those.
Oh.
Again, every parade has its
Yeah, I don't think
unique
they had
thing.
I'm wondering, do they have that sort of thing at this parade, or
No,
all
no,
hotels
no.
this time?
No, just hotels.
Yeah.
Those were like, and like also like Palm Springs had those casita things.
Yeah, those were-
Palm Springs was great.
Yeah. So every parade's going to be different.
Yep.
Every
So make it
parade's
fun.
unique,
Yep. Exactly.
and it's all about what you put into it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stuff out of it.
It's like I said, don't be intimidated by it. Just go. You'll have a lot of fun. You'll have some unique experiences, and then you'll quickly find out. Like, I guess I can kind of, without giving away at all, but I would say 50%, at least 50% of the people that will be at parade are people that have been there before.
I think it's more than that.
Probably more than that, yeah. And then more impressively is there's some people that have been there. What's Mr. Ross's reign? He's
A
been to how
number
many-
that I will never be able to reach. That's all I know. It's
like
is it 60? Is he hit?
think he's
hit
It's
60?
up there someplace.
58, 59 Porsche parades he's been to. So there's people definitely that have dedicated. Gosh, is this like
Out of 70 of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's incredible. But that's how much fun it is. I mean, that it really is.
And where do you get a chance to sometimes meet some of the Porsche family?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not only Porsche family, but of course we mentioned about Porsche Cars North America. You'll meet some of our own PCA celebrities.
Melanie will be there all
I-
Melanie
I
will
will
be
be
there.
there.
Manny, everybody
Manny.
wants to see Manny.
Me more than Manny,
Nathan Mers will be
Yes,
there.
Nathan Mers.
So you can have these, you'll be sitting at a bar or going to the dinner, and you'll be sitting next to these people that you've watched or listened to, and you know what? They'll sit there and talk to you. They're just car people like us.
Grant Larson,
Grant Larson, yeah.
Tony Hatter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been there. Yep.
we definitely always have a long list of invites. We don't know exactly who will come until kind of, I wouldn't say last minute, but it all depends.
It's worth
But
noting.
it'll be somebody of note.
It's worth noting. Grant Larson, famous Porsche designer, he's retired now. Now I believe.
Yep.
He's doing this on his free time, his spare time. He's going to Porsche Parade.
Yeah.
And he Concord his car 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to bring another one or something. Cross fingers, right?
All I can tell you, a little tip is always have a silver and a black Sharpie in your back pocket, just in
Yes.
case you run into someone, because they're so good with that, right?
Mark
Yes.
Porsche.
Yeah, Mark Porsche. I think I know Tromworks has already who the people Hans Peter Porsche's toy museum. I'm looking at the sticker that you have right there, Manny. They've already made plans to be at Lake Placid as well, which means if Hans Peter is healthy, not only him but his son and his grandchildren. Man, what other car club gets to do that?
Yeah.
And for those that didn't come to Oklahoma City, you missed an experience.
Yeah.
You did. You really
So do we
did.
want to talk about the events themselves?
Yeah, I think we
and
touch
explain
upon-
to people what they are.
This is really what Parade is. And phase 2, like I said, once you register, you're going to be getting links to webinars, to videos. I would suggest that you watch them all either live as they're doing them, or they'll have them recorded so you can go back and look at them. But just like going to Disney, if you go to Disney World or Disneyland, you can type in YouTube and you will find a plethora of videos, how to, and what to look for, and blah, blah, blah. Parade's very similar in that there's a lot of resources, and that's the great thing about Parade is that you're not going to be, anything you have a question about, odds are someone's already asked it. So you can go in there and find it out ahead of time. But what does change every year is the location, which means the events all have a different flavor to them. We do the same events, but obviously because it's in different location, things change. We separated by competitive and non-competitive events. It's that way. So competitive, there's only 4 really
There's 4
official
official.
competitive that fall under our rule book. And they're, what are they, Jack?
Well, the week starts off on Monday with the concours, and that
Competitive.
competitive concours, and that's on Monday. Well attended. The public's invited to come see it. On Tuesday, we follow it up with the TSD rally.
Time,
speed, distance. So you don't know where you're going, but you got to get there in the exact amount of time following a set of instructions. If you get points for arriving early or late.
Do they still do a TSD school?
Oh yeah, we do two
Two of them.
classes
There you go. So
prior to let novices know how it all works, and we use the RICTA app to do all the timing on it.
Autocross.
And then on Wednesday and Thursday are the autocross.
Yep.
And then on Friday,
Presented by Pirelli. Just thought I'd plug you there.
and then on Friday is the tech quiz, where we test your knowledge of how much do you know about our
Historical.
favorite mark.
Historical and
Yes,
tech quiz. So
technical,
not just technical, but also historical.
So going back to the Concours, no charge to come watch it.
No charge to watch
It's
it.
open to the public, but there's not a not like Pebble Beach where you got to pay to come in to watch the cars. We also have multiple classes, so it's not where your car has to be a show-ready Pebble Beach entrant type of car. There's cars that the odds are if you're showing your car at your local region, you'll be able to compete at the parade level. So if you go to the PCR, the parade competition rule book, it'll show you the different classes. Main thing, if you want to participate, you can. Don't feel intimidated.
Absolutely.
There's different classes where they just judge the interior and exterior. So
Yep.
usually most people, when they wash their car, except Melanie, that's what you do. Because you clean the interior and exterior of the car.
Jeep Cherokee. It's fine.
I find it if like you said, Manny, if you've done any kind of concours at the local level, you certainly are prepared to do it at Parade, and you can use it to your advantage. More than likely, if you haven't done it super competitively, like you kind of know you're not going to do that well at Parade. However, it's going to lead you down the path of doing well in your local region. And I'll tell you exactly what happened to me. I thought, you know what? I'm going to spend 2 weeks and clean my car before Charlotte. This was what, 2008, I think it was, or 2009? Eight. I'm like, 2 weeks, I'm going to trailer it, and Manny's going to follow me down, and everything, blah, 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 blah. I came dead last in my class. Dead last. I'm, this is stupid. This is dumb. However, afterwards, I found out from the judges all the places that my car did not do well. So what did I do?
Buy a new car.
No, I came home and I addressed all of those areas, and then I went back out at the regional level and I crushed it. I learned a lot. Maybe you're better than I, that you will in 2 weeks or a month that you'll better prepare your car, but there's still a positive from it. And most importantly is you get those photos. You get the photos of your car amongst all these great cars on the field. Manny always talks about, regardless of how well you do, you got a great parking spot. So I encourage you to definitely take advantage of the Concours, no matter what level you're competing at.
Yeah, and I hear those judges are real tough, aren't they?
Yeah. And
So if you're watching YouTube right now,
yeah, Damon's pointing at the juniors. The juniors come out and judge your cars all. And I would tell you the trophy that the juniors give out are coveted as well.
I may come back into the. I retired from the Concours circuit after winning overall, but I may have to come back just to try to win a juniors trophy,
award. Yeah,
because that's pretty
Prestigious.
special. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You can't lie to these kids. They are
They know what they like.
hardcore. But what I always tell people, especially newbies, is if I can't convince you to just try out Concours, you got to go to Concours Prep.
Yes.
Because is it indoor or outdoor this year?
It's on the 1932 hockey rink.
So
Indoors.
that's indoors. Oh, awesome.
nice.
So that's even better because
Part of it will be there because we're limited on space.
Yeah,
so
so-
we won't have room for
Not everybody.
everybody in there.
so the people who are late will be outside. Is that what it is? First come, first serve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael's working on something that would be fair to everybody.
Oh, okay.
Is he like a super PAC? Do we have to send money to him to?
Probably won't hurt.
Depending on classes.
Well, either way, however these cars get inside,
Yeah.
is to come by and see the Concours Prep, because you will have some people that take this very seriously.
Not some. A lot of people
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying not to scare the people here.
As this person on the video here has a completely clean undercarriage.
Yeah, they will bring a lot of equipment to clean these cars. Usually, when you see the blue tarp, you know they're veterans.
Yeah.
And they the car looks already clean, like it can win any Concours, but to them, it's just the beginning. They're going to prep this car, but it's also, like Jack mentioned, a great social opportunity. So people always go to Concours Prep just to do the family reunion thing again with the 7 cousins. And,
Check out the cars.
Check out the cars, exactly. Talk to people. So it's a great place to hang out. Even last year, which was, 10, 15 minutes from the hotel, there were still a lot of people who just stopped by to see how Concours Prep was going, to talk to people, hang out.
It's almost like a tailgate. They bring their lounge chairs and
What I love is technology on how to maintain and prep your cars has changed over the years, right? And so when you go through Concours Prep, you kind of get a heads up of what's the latest and greatest and what are they using. It could be, ceramic or graphene. How do they clean their windows with, 4-0 steel wool? Like all these tips that you can learn just by walking through and looking at a car and go, how did you do that? Like, what do you use to make the rubber on your tires look clean but not look greasy and shiny? Like, obviously you didn't use probably shouldn't say brand, and we'll get chastised for it, but you shouldn't use the spray and super shiny stuff that flicks everywhere, right? So
Yeah.
it's also an educational session as you walk through.
Well, and it's intimidating, but don't be intimidated.
Yeah, nothing-
Because once again, parade is for the novice as well as the expert.
And Michael Grove, the chair, does a great job with Concours 101 and just introducing people to Concours and not making it so intimidating.
And if you want to learn more about it, they have separate coaching sessions where they'll come and look at your car and help you.
I laugh because I went from winning overall and preservation one year to having the lowest score I think Parade ever gave. It was Tampa, and we took it race cars down, and I got 150 out of 300, I think.
Is that the one where you were spray painting in
Yes.
Concord Prep? Yeah,
Yes.
which is
Well,
a big
I
no-no.
got kicked out of Concord Press because I was the interior, Jack, not the exterior.
Yeah.
But
you think it's frowned upon to spray paint a car in Concord Prep? Yes.
yeah, I remember everyone else was buying wax, everything. We bought a case of spray paint.
A case.
Yeah, the whole interior we had to spray paint black.
To make it look uniform.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, it all just seemed like a good
Cheech
idea.
and Chong.
But we had great memories from that, and it was a great social interaction part with all the people there. The main thing being that if you come in last place, no one cares. No one makes an announcement. It's and some of the best stories are not when you won, but other stuff that happened. So give that a try. The rally, like we said, the rally. There's schools for that. There's 2 rallies though. The gimmick rally technically isn't part of the official competitive, even though it is a competitive event in the sense that they have trophies, they have first, second, third. And I got to get a shout out to Colonel Bob and Ellen,
Yes.
who have been doing a gimmick rally, I think, since the inception with Parade with gimmick rallies. And that is where time, speed, distance, you got to be somewhat good at math. And like Jack said, you're timing yourself how long it takes you to get to a checkpoint that you don't know where this checkpoint is. And I am terrible at this.
And there's a reference that you need to try to match up to, like a reference time.
I gave up. I know we don't have man checkpoints anymore, but I gave up doing TSDs and became a volunteer. I figure better to watch people that are miserable than to actually.
Hey, they're not miserable. They're having fun. They just don't know it sometimes.
We used to mess with them because we'd be like checkpoint 2, I think, 2 or 3, and they would come in. I would go, "Welcome to checkpoint 4,"
Yeah.
and they were like, "What?"
I remember with the gentleman, what's his name? Don. Like you would be at the with he was a very notable character, and people came
former
through.
parade chair, and we had the same crew every year that worked this one checkpoint. We all knew our. I had told them, "Give me the most menial job you have." So I was the guy who pointed people into the checkpoint. But once again, volunteering. That was I didn't have to volunteer. I already had my little tickets to go to the volunteer party at the end, but it's just so much fun hanging out with these people. And every year we look forward to the day we'd spend working a checkpoint at a rally, which doesn't sound exciting, but
it was.
It was a lot of fun.
That's a good point. We'll get to
and the gimmick rally does have man checkpoints.
Yeah.
So if you want to work the gimmick rally, I'm sure Bob and Ellen would be thrilled to have the help.
So,
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson. That's
very
right. That's
good.
right.
Don and Sandy Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep.
The other insider tip is when you go through phase 2, it's going to ask you about volunteering. Of course, we already told you about make sure that you do that. But one of the things, if you, I think, is it 3 events you have to?
2 events.
2 events.
events.
Okay, so 2 events if you volunteer, then you get to go to the volunteer lunch, which is very nice. But more importantly is at the volunteer lunch, there is a lot of great stuff given away. Not only parade swag, but gifts like set of tires from our sponsors, trips we've had in the
We've had
past,
cruises.
We have cruises. So inside tip there is volunteer because it's going to be fun, but 2, you might walk home with some.
And you get a nice T-shirt.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
a T-shirt. Yep.
Exactly.
So some of the more other competitive events that aren't part of the PCRs, the 5K run.
Yes, we do that.
And believe it or not, we have a very impressive turnout for a 5K
do.
run.
We do.
Usually about 100 people or so.
Yeah, and most people finish.
Why are you looking at me? I always
your
finish.
guilt is. I didn't say
I
anything
always
about you.
finish. I'm surprised I didn't keel over the one in Palm Springs. So that was
That was hot.
hot and my heart. I'm like,
was
I can't
hot.
believe I made it through. Yeah,
And we have a golf tournament,
Yes.
which is also usually very well attended.
And this year it's going to be at the Whiteface Club, which I've played a couple of times. A spectacular golf course right on Lake Placid itself.
Yeah. And I will say that the Porsche folks oftentimes are in that. So if you want to, rub elbows and be with them, sign up for golf.
There's the art show, which has a consistent turnout of people who, a lot of people do it every single
Every
year.
year.
Yeah.
And this is some serious stuff that
Beautiful.
They have many different categories, so you can look online to see that everything from photography to handmade crafts to painting stuff. It's just even if you don't enter, you make sure you take time to go visit the art show room where everything's on display.
And we've renamed it
Hans Peter.
as of last year, the
Yep.
Hans Peter Porsche.
Art show.
Art show.
Yep.
The
And
family
It
loves
was
that.
very close to him. Yep.
Sim racing. We bring several sim setups, and we have the people who run PCA sim racing on hand to help you out. Once again, if you don't have no experience doing sim racing, have any questions, or you always are interested in it, you have, what is it, open 5 days, 4
Yep.
days, something like that?
That's
And
always
if you need to
cool.
find
sign
me,
up.
I'm usually over.
And that's included.
No extra fee. You just have
Jack.
to sign up. You just have to sign up
That's
for it.
included in your registration. So
Yep.
Well, and there might be some other. Last year we did like the fastest lap competition that might be coming back. So people kept signing
Yeah,
up through the
oh, yeah.
week for that.
yeah, it was always people inside there. What you used to be great at, but I think
What
you've
you mean
been
used to?
I think it's been upended, haven't you?
I still come home with trophies, sir.
I don't know. I keep on hearing Boo didn't win yet. Can you believe it?
That's a radio control.
Yes, RC cars.
RC cars.
The
Yeah.
Gwynn family were like dominant for a decade.
Yes. Yes.
It was everyone. The whole family was just.
So we have different age groups. We have an adult group, and we set up a course. Typically, we have an indoor course for cars, and we have an outdoor course for off-road. But the RC cars are provided if you don't have one. Both indoor and outdoor. We have, I think we have HPI on-road cars like GT3s, GT3 RSs that we will loan to you or to your child. And then we have Traxxas Cayennes that run off-road. Again, if you don't have one, it's not a problem. Even if you've never driven or controlled an RC car, we'll
Is it 2 days? Like 1 day's off road, one
Yep.
day's
yes,
on road.
two separate days. And then for those of you that might be a little bit, into RC cars like myself, you can bring your own car, but we ask that you don't bring something ridiculous that might
Beat
be
Boo,
yeah. Because I know there's RC cars
It's
down.
ridiculous if he loses.
It's not because of my driving. It's because he brought a ridiculous car that was, a 70 mile an hour RC car.
What's that thing that you can take off to make it faster?
The limiters.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway,
Don't do that.
It's a lot of fun, and it is not that competitive in the sense where we don't have timing. What are those transpond? We don't do timing via transponders. We do it timing with kids and stopwatches. So, if you're gonna be a tenth slower or whatever or faster, it's not that accurate. So don't get too crazy. Just we want you to come and have fun.
And the ice cream social usually happens
Oh yeah.
near the indoor one, and that's always a hit. Everyone
Absolutely.
always loves that.
So what is this Cars and Community? We're looking at the website.
Cars and Community we started it last year. We're not sure what day we're going to put it on, but it's just a chance. Think of it as a Cars and Coffee.
Is that the one they did on like Thursday night last
We
year?
did it on Thursday night.
We had to miss that because we did.
Everyone was like, "Oh man, we're missing it."
Yes.
And
So
Yeah, I
great.
heard
It
such
was-
great things about it.
It was a chance.
Oh, all
you
right.
come out, park your car,
Sure.
meet everybody. We let the public come.
Yeah.
And then usually you go out and have some drinks.
It was like
or
in the
have-
early evening, right?
Yeah, have dinner at
No, it
the
was
local
great.
establishments.
I
and
regret
was
it that
just
we didn't go to that.
a great environment.
It was amazing.
I feel like it's almost like in the 50s movies, like
Yeah.
you see people going down. What's in Detroit when they go down?
Woodward.
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 Woodward,
I feel like
yeah.
it's that kind of vibe. Like I totally. That's one of the reasons why I want to bring a car. I would love to do that.
Yeah, it was
this year.
great.
So we have historics too.
We have
That's
a
during
historic
Concord.
display. Yeah, Alex Lorente is doing it this year, and we should have some great cars.
Again, cars that you may have only seen online or in books, the connections that we have in the club, and being in the Northeast, the collections that are hopefully going to be available to us. You'll see some cool cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
So obviously we do things during the day, but there's also meals that are not available, but stuff we do to get together, right?
Yeah, we do have banquets during the course of the week to celebrate the activities like the TSD winners and the autocross winners, the concourse winners, and we present the national trophies for website and regions and all that. And they're during the course of the week at night, which makes sense. But on Monday nights, it's a free night. So what we're doing through our events and experiences and dinners is we have places booked to where you'll be able to have a group dinner at several of the restaurants for Monday night, which is not a banquet night. It's an open night. So you'll be able to dine with your Porsche friends at like the Mirror Lake Inn, which is a beautiful spot, a buffet there. And Liz Shaw does a wonderful job arranging these activities. And
I would say it's quite a convenience.
Is that something new, or is that something that they did last year?
we started that last year,
Yeah.
and with some of the restaurants in Oklahoma City because they had a big restaurant scene.
And it was a hit.
Yeah.
So
So the
we're,
whole restaurant is just PCA people?
or we'll book a room.
A certain percentage of the restaurant. Yeah.
And so have 70 people, 50 people,
So
whatever
instead
it
of,
might
if
be.
you're going and you don't know anyone there, you can still
Yeah,
make friends, because there's going to be people just like you in the same boat.
exactly.
Yep.
And that's on Monday night.
Would you agree with me? I think because we've done the site visit and the relative size of the town, I would say take advantage of the banquets that we have to offer, because it's one less thing that you have to worry about. And you'll have a dinner amongst friends, and we'll have an agenda to have fun, especially at the welcome banquet and the
Sponsored by Pirelli.
Yeah, sponsored by Pirelli. The Concours banquet. There's some things that they do during the banquet that's really unique and really fun. But because of the size of the town/city, if you go out on your own, you might not know where you'll end up. And it's not like there's not that large of a selection, right?
And plus, they're crowded.
Yeah,
They're
they're not
not
crowded.
necessarily big
Yeah.
restaurants. There's a
They're
bunch
small. They're
of
a
them,
bunch
but
of
they're
small ones, and I don't know how they.
We
would
want to
be able keep
encourage
up.
you to do that on some of the days off.
Yeah.
But
Make it easier on yourself and
sign up for
Come
the
to the
banquets.
banquets,
come to banquet.
definitely.
Exactly.
And where else can you have dinner on the Miracle on Ice?
Exactly.
Which I've been waiting for apparently.
Right?
You watch your movie first.
I got to watch a movie. Oh, and at the banquets, we have lots of stuff to give away.
Yep.
Tires. We had Porsche timepieces given away. We've had cruises given away. So again,
Door prizes, baby.
Door prizes, and you can't win unless you're there.
Yep.
So we have we're doing a parade of Porsches this year too.
We will be doing a parade of Porsches. We're not exact. We have a meeting. By the time this airs, we will have met with the police and nailed down a route. But one of the routes might go to the top of Whiteface Mountain.
Oh, that's cool. Again, doesn't matter where they're going to go. To be in a parade with, let's say, 200, 300 Porsches, it's just cool.
Or
Sign up.
whatever the police lets us have.
Or whatever the police lets us have. Like, if you can get in on the parade, just do it. Like,
Yeah.
it's that simple.
Yeah,
And
'cause
that's
it's
on
usually
Saturday
limited
morning.
how many cars they can.
It depends
take,
on
right?
what they allow us to have. So.
All right. If before we continue, let me just remind you, if you haven't signed up for PCA's newsletters, Performance News, eBrake News, and Mart Fresh, they are all free. Sign up at pca.org.
And on Wednesday is Tech Tactics, right?
Oh yeah, Tech Tactics. I wonder who does that with Brian Gay and
It's Brian Gay, our tech
and
committee
Manny
chair.
Alvin and
And we'll have actually right now, if you look at our YouTube channel, Damon's putting up all the tech tactics seminars from the Oklahoma City parade. So you can spend a whole day basically as a tech tactics. For those who can't make it to Easton when we do our February tech tactics, you can still get the same flavor of what we do at parade. And it's an entire day of seminars that are tech related. Last year we had 2 presentations from Porsche. Actually, I guess 3 because we did the 70th Club Group. And like Nathan Mers, there's a lot of people that give up their time to put some interesting presentations. So small fee, I think, to enter Tech Tactics, but you get a T-shirt.
Totally worth it.
you get a T-shirt.
Yep.
And of course, we can't forget about tours.
Yes.
Oh, the
Saving
tours.
the best for the end, I guess.
Holly
Yeah.
Jackson has put some phenomenal tours. They'll be up on the website later today. So by the time the podcast airs, she's put some,
Yeah,
some
this
great
is
ones together.
this is one where I'm going to ask everyone's patience because it's such a popular activity at Parade. And when you look at the ones that you might want to go to, have your number one choice, your number two choice, and number three choice, because more than likely you might not get. If you go early or you log in early, there's a good chance. But these things will sell out. There's only so many spots.
And there'll be a wait list, so make sure you add your name to the wait list. And a lot of them were tied because of how many people the restaurant can hold.
Yes.
It's not a minimum or a maximum that we set. It's because
Yeah.
of what the restaurant can accommodate.
And then also, if you don't get on the official tour, oftentimes we publish the routes and the destinations that we go. So you could, between you and a couple of friends, if you wanted to do it on your own schedule and not take the full time of the tour and want to do an abbreviated version of that, you can do that as well.
Yep.
At the parade plots,
Yes.
will there be those boards again where people put for sale?
Yep.
Bulletin
we'll have
board.
Bulletin
Bulletin
boards
boards,
and an info desk and all of that
So,
will be in.
for the newbies, parade plots, we'll have a place where a corkboard where you can put stuff for sale from
Whiteboard.
parade, like banquet tickets and tour tickets. A lot of people may sign up and then realize, you know what, we're going to go to dinner with friends instead. So we're going to sell our 2 tour tickets. And if you couldn't get into one of Holly's tours, go look at that board because odds are you're going to find the tour you want.
And the
And-
board next to it also has things like cars for sale, wheels for sale, seats for
Results.
sale.
Dogs. No, no dogs.
We should mess with Rob Sass this year and put his cars up for sale.
But yeah, also the event results are posted.
Are posted there.
Yep.
as well.
Plus online. The other thing I was going to say is the tours aren't as crowded as at the end of the week. So plan on staying the whole week,
Yeah,
Yep.
and
you'll get to them if
You'll
you,
get
if you
to
stay
'em.
later.
And usually they're an all-day thing, meaning.
a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half
But they
days.
include lunch, and then you
Some of
still
'em.
drive after lunch, or
Well, most of them end with lunch, and then you
Okay.
find your way back.
They end at lunch.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? If we haven't convinced you, I don't know what will. Anything else? Advice or anything else you want to share about this year's parade?
Come. It's such a fantastic area. The Adirondacks are just a beautiful area to drive through. And also come knowing it's participatory. You know, sign up for things. Just don't come and think you're going to walk around and look at booths or whatever. No, parade is
No.
about
Oh, no. Yeah.
being active,
Yeah.
trying things out, enjoying your Porsche with like-minded Porsche people, and the friends that you make at parade are lifelong friends.
follow the Facebook parade page, follow the Instagram page. The Facebook page, they're constantly updating.
Yeah,
Anything
Maggie
new that comes out.
does a
they will
great job.
Exactly.
Yep, she
Update. Check their webpage. They have a frequently asked questions section, and that's constantly being updated. It's something that I think you're going to get really excited for as we get closer and closer, and more information is put in there. And yes, they do have a car wash. I think every day.
Yeah.
It's available where you watch your own car, but everything's there. The hoses all set aside. I think they even pick a spot where the sun doesn't hit it yet when it rises in the morning.
We try to.
Right.
Shady. We
Right.
try to pick a shady spot.
But that's also, believe it or not, I used to love getting my morning coffee, especially if I flew there. I didn't have a car. I would get my coffee and wander over to the car wash because the next best thing to washing your own car is watching someone else washing their
Wash
car,
their car.
and then just having a coffee, talking with them about their cars.
And there's
after.
always someone at the car wash. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
You could be there at 9:00 at night in the middle of the banquet, or you could be there at 1:00 in the morning. There's always somebody
Well,
washing
just
the car.
adhere to the hours that are posted on the website and the signage, though.
when the volunteer tent's there when you arrive. So there is a welcoming committee.
The welcome tent.
during normal business hours, I guess. But yeah, they'll direct you to where you have to go and give you a little, I think, a welcome
Yeah.
bag with water and some snacks.
Some amenities.
Yeah, it's you can tell that the folks who run this have done it before, and it's Very well run.
Yeah, the parade team is made up of 40 volunteers.
Yes.
Led by Jack. It's a lot of work. I give Jack huge kudos. Sometimes it's like herding cats on the
And the 40
calls.
volunteers aren't the
And I
ones.
love every single one of them.
That's not the ones signing up when you sign up to volunteer. These are
Right.
people who are heading, I guess, the
Events.
departments.
Yes.
The
All the various
Amazing
things
people.
that
So
go on.
all these people that want to autocross, well, guess what? There's got to be a crew there before to set it all up. There's got to be a crew to take it down. That's all volunteers.
And how many volunteer shifts do they usually do at parade when you sign up? Is
There's
it 700 or something?
Usually
like that?
700 volunteers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a huge number.
In fact, you're
huge
probably in a
amount of hours.
minority if you don't have a volunteer shift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In fact, the best slogan is fueled by volunteers.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. Other events. Again, parade is really a snapshot of everything that PCA has to offer in 1 week. But if you're unable to make it, but you're around February 21st and 22nd, check out Tech Tactic East in Easton, Pennsylvania. I will say February 21st is already sold out.
It's sold out
So 22nd is your only availability right now.
and it's selling fast.
Selling fast. We'll be there and we'll be talking tech stuff. So you don't want to miss out on that. Works Reunion, Amelia Island. I'm doing a site visit here shortly. I think on the 22nd, but we will be there on March 6th. The Judge area is sold out. Corral is still open. Porsche Parade registration again for Phase 1 opens January 28th. The event itself is June 14th through the 20th. And of course, Treffin at Sea, which is September 19th. We will be cruising from Vancouver down to Los Angeles and visiting San Francisco and Santa Barbara in between. Registration for that is already open, and we've got a very cool cast of seminar presenters for when we're at sea. We have the likes of Nathan Mers, we have Bruce Meyer, we have Alan Springer,
Tim McNair.
and a couple other surprise ones that I'll name later. So if you haven't done that, and check out the prices. The prices for this cruise, it's almost, it feels like they're paying you to be on the boat. But-
Yeah.
and,
Yep.
and it's everything's included. Anyways, we talked about sim racing earlier. If you're not going to do it at parade and you want to, or maybe you want to start practicing, check out PCASimRacing.com. They've got races going on. They've got EDEs as well, help you drive a bit better online. If you're looking for some insider swag, head to the PCA web store. It's PCAwebstore.org. We've got insider bottles, mugs, t-shirts. If you're looking for insider decals, just send us your address information to podcasts@pca.org and we'll send you a set. Anything else before we close this out?
We did say the date for Phase 1. Did we mention it?
January 28th,
January 28th.
At what time?
Noon Eastern time.
noon Eastern time.
And that stays open until
March 26th?
basically you should do it on the first day, I would think. But if you want the hotel room, but
Yeah.
And
Or
the
the-
dates are posted on the website when it opens, when it closes.
And it closes only from the standpoint that we're switching over to Phase 2.
Phase 2.
You can still register, do Phase 1 registration during
Phase 2.
Phase 2.
Yep,
So
correct.
you're always able to sign up to come to parade. Just a short time when the registration site's down.
Yep.
Well, Melanie, thank you for all you do for all of our national events, and thank you for being back on the show. And Jack, thank you for waking up at Dark 30 to be here.
Glad
And
to have you.
here's a
here.
volunteer
Thank you for
that
the
woke up
invite.
Dark 30, and you're gonna go back home
Yep.
in a couple
I don't
hours.
feel so bad for him. His football team's still in the playoffs.
Right? Exactly.
Go
He has a
Bears.
coach.
I was there when they were watching.
He has a coach. We don't even have a coach.
All right, folks, thank you for listening. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Consider sharing our show with fellow Porsche enthusiasts. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll catch you down the road.